Allyship in action is about speaking up, especially when it's hard. So here's a common question I get from aspiring allies. What do I do when so and so says something that's not so inclusive? Maybe they use outdated language, maybe they interrupt somebody or make an assumption about somebody that's not true. What do I do? How do I show up? And in those moments, it's really important that we're not bystanders, that we're upstanders, that we say something. So first step is really to unpack, what if I say nothing? Am I okay with this happening again? And that's what gives me the courage to speak up, especially when someone might have more power over me or I'm not sure about how they're going to react in the moment. And so if I'm not okay with it happening again, step 2 is to find some kind but clear language to signal that this isn't okay. And so some audible pauses like, oof, ouch, what? Can be really simple to disrupt the conversation and just to slow it down. And so hopefully maybe someone will be self-aware enough to be like, oh, I didn't mean that, or oh, here's what I meant to say instead. Audible pauses can help. You can be more clear and say, hey, I am curious about what you just said. Help me understand more, right? What did you mean by that? And asking for clarification gives grace to the person. It allows them to properly defend themselves without getting overly defensive. And they can own, hopefully, their behavior so that they can change it going forward. And then step 3 is really a plan for the future. How are we going to make sure that this doesn't happen again? And that could be informal and just the person acknowledges it, it's done, they've got the message has been delivered, or perhaps it's something more of a dialogue, especially with maybe a habitual behavior, something that's continued to happen over time. And so you might just ask like, hey, let's talk about how we do this differently next time, or let's talk about how we ensure this doesn't happen again. What's our plan of action? What's different language we're going to use? How are we going to correct the behavior? What behaviors are we going to do instead? And the trusty SBI model that I've talked about in previous videos is helpful for that if you want more on that. So cheers to being an ally. Stay with us, Allyship in Action. You can subscribe and get more allyship tips and a free training as well.